Okay, so here we go. First game where I'm trying out this build. It looks really easy, seems pretty straightforward. So here we go. 5 peons go to gold. First peon we get right now makes a burrow. Hey, look, my messages aren't doubled anymore when I type something. Are you the loco that streams StarCraft? Yep.
Ready to work.
Guys, I'm E-famous. What are you gonna do about it? Look at me now, Ma! I made it! I get recognized in other video games?
Ready to work.
Okay, okay. I'll make an altar, yes.
Build there. Happy to.
Okay. The next one makes a war mill, so I guess we make the war mill somewhere around here.
Ready to work.
War mill? That's the war mill, yes. And then the 4th peon makes a barracks, and then we make peons until 18 supply, obviously with the Tauren Chieftain, and then obviously also with, you know, Headhunters and whatnot. So the plan here, there's a little bit of a lag spike every time you build something. But anyways, the plan right now is to try and rush out a Tauren Chieftain and then a lot of Headhunters. So the idea behind this is that we play something that's easy, because the default Orc build is actually rather complicated. So I'm trying to make something that, or I'm trying to play something here that's a little bit easier and a little bit more straightforward. At least that's the idea. So Tauren Chieftain Headhunters seem pretty straightforward. We can get like some incredible upgrades as well the later the game goes. And apparently if I did this well, my first Headhunter and my Tauren Chieftain will come out at the same time. So that's the idea behind it.
What do you want?
Okay, I want to make another burrow here.
Something you're doing?
Basically once we have 40 lumber.
I can do that.
I'll do one right over there. Actually, you can go back over there. Okay, and we want to stop making peons at 18 right now. I'm reading this, by the way, off of like notes that I've got on my second monitor.
Ready to work.
Okay, so war mill's done.
Work complete.
Means we can make Headhunters. Great. First one's coming out, and apparently these will finish at the same time. You guys need to head on over in that direction. And right now we want to make a shop as soon as possible too. So the shop is actually not that expensive. We can get that one right now. Should be fine. Tauren Chieftain. Okay, then we make a shop. Now we do the first campaign. We start creeping. Cool. So we want to get tier 3 as fast as possible. So we can get ourselves War Stomp level 2. That's the idea. There you go. Okay. So you need to go ahead and make as many of those as possible. I'll queue up a couple. Yeah, so Tauren Chieftain is really strong, but he does need constant healing here. We want to go tier 2 pretty quick. And I think I'll add on another burrow as soon as I can. Okay, so please go back. We want to make sure that we go and buy something over here. Okay, I could have been a little bit faster there on the shop. I was a little slow there. I thought I had more time, but the shop actually takes a little while. Okay, go tier 2. You go ahead and use that. And I guess we have like some of the damage tanked as well by these guys. It's okay. We don't have to like get the full duration of the self necessarily. Let's go ahead and make a burrow. And we keep on making more and more Headhunters here as well. So, the downside of this obviously is that the Headhunters are very fragile. And it makes the game a little bit more complicated. Very different at the very least than the other units. Okay, we get that ability. Go ahead, get that on you. Let's go ahead and buy another one of these things as well. How much is that? You can get a clarity potion, that's fine. And we'll go ahead and do this big camp down below. I think I can do this camp over here. I always underestimate the amount of damage that these like units do in general. Okay, so we're practically full right now. Let's wait just a sec. Okay.
We need more gold.
There's some minor lag spikes every once in a while. I don't know if it's obvious as well for you guys, but there's like small little lag spikes whenever I like give big actions or if I start a structure or something along those lines.
We're under attack.
Okay, so we want to get the upgrade for the Headhunters as well, Berserk, which is tier 3, so it takes a little while to get there.
Your command.
Let's go ahead and do this one.
What would you ask?
I'm not scouting at all, by the way, which is probably not ideal, but whatever. Let's go ahead and make one more peon.
Command.
Or sorry, not a peon.
All the time.
Okay, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. Yeah, there are still some optimization issues that they're apparently working on right now. This game is supposed to come out pretty soon, though. It's not that far from release right now, so it's a little bit shaky still.
Yes, chieftain. Upgrade complete.
Okay.
For my ancestors.
So we go instant tier 3 here, if possible. Okay, I guess I was supposed to delay that. I think I was supposed to delay that.
An excellent plan.
That burrow.
Done.
Actually, I think we're supposed to go and fight. I'm gonna go ahead and fight right now.
What would you ask?
See if I can. Because we're tier 3 now, so no particular reason not to. I'll go ahead and make another one of these. Let's actually get the generation right there. Regeneration on the orc. Or on the trolls, rather. Okay. We want to get that upgrade here as well. And then as soon as I can, I also want to start up the Spirit Lodge and then, I guess, a Bestiary.
Stand ready.
But it depends on where my opponent and whatnot is located, right?
Something need doing?
Okay,
I
so
can do
get that one.
Your command.
Let's see what we can get done here.
Ready.
I haven't even scouted my opponent at all.
Order.
Let's get the shops. Shops are pretty vulnerable units. Structures.
Of me. Honor guide me. Research complete.
Good.
I stand. Yes.
Got a bestiary? Yeah, there are like leg spikes. It's pretty annoying. Okay, so he returned home.
For my ancestors. Who you want me to kill, man? What you want me to do? What would you it's time for a little blood.
Oh, that's a troll right there. That's pretty sick.
Who you want me to kill?
Oh, this is a pretty strong build actually.
I stand ready.
I'm dealing a lot of damage.
Research complete.
Oh, he already says GG? Wow. Those spears hit like rockets, yeah.
You ask of me. An excellent plan.
I thought he was gonna leave the game, so I stopped microing. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
My ancestors.
Good luck with everything, mate. Aw. Hey. Oh, okay. I thought maybe he was like trying to create a ruse or something, you know, where I was supposed to like fall for his trap. But that was a really powerful timing. So you know what I could do better here? I could have probably had another 1 or 2 Headhunters out if I did not make that burrow. And I also could have had +1 done sooner. I don't think it was done right there at the very beginning of that fight. So the idea here is actually that you can go and get a follow-up as well if you want to with a Shadow Hunter. Right there. So we get a Shadow Hunter going. And then as soon as we are at tier 3, which is right now, we get this upgrade here, the Berserker Upgrade. So the Berserker Upgrade basically makes these trolls that look pretty innocent right now a lot more powerful.
Done. What would you ask?
So let's continue playing it for a little while longer. So I want to show you what these trolls actually do when they get upgraded. So initially the trolls are pretty weak. Headhunters are relatively vulnerable units.
Done. Yes, chieftain.
But that worked out quite well, right? Like that was pretty sweet. Okay. So one thing we should also do is definitely have like a potion of invulnerability on our Tauren Chieftain, because while he is tanky, he's not like invulnerable. So here's, by the way, our upgrade. Look at that. So now all of a sudden the Headhunters are no longer called Headhunters, but they're called Berserkers. And they have a new ability that makes them shout. Although, when I tried it out a couple of weeks ago,
My ancestors.
or maybe like I don't know exactly when I was, but a little while ago, they didn't do their little shouting thing anymore. Is there anything here to kill? Oh, he actually was making a base. Okay, so what you would do in a hypothetical game is hit that button, and it makes their hands nice and glowy. Look how pretty the game is. Pretty sick, right? Whew. Anyways, it makes their hands nice and glowy, and it makes them attack way faster. So 50% additional attack speed, but 40% additional damage. which is really sick. We could go ahead and get the Shadow Hunter into the mix as well and, you know, start healing units like that, but... So does this stack with Bloodlust? I believe it does, yeah. So that's the idea behind it. I'm not sure on specifics, but you're supposed to go into Shamans from here. And then probably also Taurens. So we could definitely add on, like, for example, a Kodo Beast here. We could definitely add on the Tauren Totem as well. And basically just keep on working on his army. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an all-in, right? So in this situation, I pushed into his base and we accidentally won. Wasn't really supposed to do that. I don't think that would really happen at a higher level of play, but I do think that this kind of build is like a really good starting point when you first get started, right? Because the default Orc build, is like Blade Master into Shadow Hunter, and then into a couple of Raiders, a couple of those like Tauren dudes that like go in the shadows and stuff. And basically what you get, it's kind of like playing Protoss, but with 4 different spellcasters right at the very beginning of the game, and with 2 armies that you want to micro independently. Now obviously at high level, that is the preferred build. So usually what you do, right, is they're called Spirit Walkers. Basically what you do at higher level, if I understand correctly, is you try and get your Beast, or your Blade Master rather, to go up to tier 3 and level 3 really quick. So you get yourself the level 2 Spirit Walk. And as soon as that is the case, you want to start harassing with that hero independently, and you want to start creeping with the Shadow Hunter, and then like leftover Orcs, and then the Raiders, and all of those other things that I was just talking about. So basically right from the very get-go, with like a standard Orc mid-game, you're supposed to micro at several different angles at once. And for me, even though I've been playing this game for a little bit, right, I'm still trying to figure out where I should be creeping next. I'm still trying to figure out what my next step in the build is. So the issue I ran into is that, yeah, I don't really have like the mental headspace to at the same time also micro the Blade Master and like try and harass and you know, use multiple control groups for everything. I think I would be able to with some practice, but I feel like the starting point with that build is a little hard. So this seems pretty straightforward. So once again, initially 5 peons into gold. The first peon that comes out of the whatever it's called at tier 1 makes a burrow. Second peon makes an altar.
Low high.
What's going on? Tato, thank you very much. So first peon makes a burrow, second peon makes an altar, third peon makes a war mill, and then the fourth peon makes a barracks. Peons until 18 out of 20 supply. Then as soon as you can, at 40 wood, you make a second burrow, Tauren Chieftain, and then a Headhunter. And then you make the shop shortly after, do the first camp, buy the healing self, so that way you can heal up the Tauren Chieftain. And from there on out, you basically tech straight to tier 3. And then when you are at tier 2, so you start tier 2 initially, you want to go for the Voodoo Launch, or not the Voodoo Launch, sorry, the Spirit Lodge. Start the upgrades here, start the Shamans, so you can get yourself Shamans out with Bloodlust. And then you also want to go Bestiary, and then probably at some point too, the Tauron Totem. So you can transition towards Pulverize and then Tauren later on. So that way you don't just play these super vulnerable Berserkers, you can transition out of this as well. So apparently you can go for a Shadow Hunter as like a second hero. But I honestly don't think I would have done so here if it wasn't for the fact that I already won. Thing is, if you have only one hero, your hero does get full XP, so it's like sort of shared here. It doesn't seem like you necessarily need to, right? Like I think it's probably better, at least when you first get started, to just focus on one hero instead and go from there. So I believe as far as the leveling goes on the Tauren Chieftain, you want to go War Stomp, Endurance Aura, War Stomp, Endurance Aura, War Stomp. And then at level 7 you want to get Reincarnation. So basically you're trying to like get these 2 skills as fast as possible. And then you essentially want to push initially, like I did in this game, right when you hit level 3. So I got the War Stomp level 2, and that's when you pushed. So that just makes it much more powerful. Pretty straightforward. It's really nice. Yeah, I gotta say, in general, the graphics of the Orcs look really, really good. And like all of the graphics in the game in general look really, really good. They have been making some adjustments as far as like the brightness and whatnot goes. And it feels more... I don't know exactly what they've changed, but it feels a little bit better now. Maybe I'm crazy though. I love this guy in particular. Look at him. I love that they have like the fat orc gets to be the one that writes the Kodo. They did change some of the colors. Yeah, it feels more realistic right now what it should look like. For some reason everything was a little dull and then the terrain was really bright. Right now it looks a little bit better. So he's a thick boy hitting those drums with the back of his axe. Really like that.
What would you
We have the Tauren Chieftain, which is also an absolutely gorgeous unit. And other than those little micro stutters, it plays really, really, really nicely. Look at all of it, man. This is actually what I look like as well. You know, if I take off my shirts. That's exactly what I look like. It's my current physique. It's pretty much exactly on point. And if I were to have legs. Because, you know, also if I only had 2 toes. And if I had, like, massive scars everywhere. And if my skin was blue, like a Smurf. No, seriously though, like, I love this unit in particular, okay? Look at that guy. Look at that big boy. Woo! Oh wait, you can't really turn the screen very well. It makes it a little bit confusing. I love his attack animation too. Like, look at what he throws. Look at that massive weapon he throws. Nah, this is not Zul'jin, I don't think. I don't think it's supposed to be. I think it's just a Shadow Hunter. So, there are like specific campaign units, and then there are like specific heroes. So for example, you don't actually have like Cairn Bloodhoof over here. This is like the Tauren Chieftain. His name is Malar Planestrider, apparently. Zul'jin, I don't know how like all of the hero names work. But anyways, like basically there's like campaign units. Like you don't get Sumuro as the Blade Master over here, but just a more generic Blade Master. I'm assuming you can probably set something like that up at some point. Like there is basically in the main menu like a collections tab. So I'm assuming you can probably like specify which of the heroes you would like or something along those lines. I think that will be cool. But yeah, in general, things look really, really nice. Any other units anyone wants to see? Let me destroy a couple of my units. I guess I can make one of each, right? Like, why not? We just have to kill some of my own army, which is a little sad. So they have been making some updates. Here we go. Don't need that. Do need that. We can get these guys as well. And then I think that about sums it up, right? Is there anything else that I'm missing here? We can get the Witch Doctor too. And I guess for those of you interested, I'm actually curious to see if they've updated the Farseer. The Farseer basically had some weird spirit wolves. They said they were gonna still fix that, so I'll try out the Farseer. We haven't actually zoomed in on a Peon yet. Hello, Peon. Look at the guy. What is it? Zoc. Dude, these look cool though. Someone call for the doctor? Alright, so I think this is one of the best improved skins in the game. Shaman in original Warcraft 3 looks like, I don't know, I don't even know what they look like. They look weird. They look funny. These guys look incredible. Really, really good. Seems like having a claw like that is just very uncomfortable in day-to-day life. But whatever. Yeah, there are some other units I can show you as well. We can still get... Where do you get those big flying dudes? Or is that actually already something I can get right now? I guess it's the Wind Rider and the Bed Rider. Was there anything else I'm missing here? I'm not sure.
None shall pass.
Doesn't matter too much.
Direct me.
Okay, so that's him. Then we have the Farseer right over here. Yeah, so the Farseer is also not Thrall, right? Like, Thrall definitely looks a little bit different. I'm curious to see if they fix the wolves. I don't think so. These look like regular feral spirits. Or those don't like look like regular wolves, not quite feral spirits.
Destiny awaits. Our hero has been slain.
So that's the Orc Tauren. The big boy. Very cool.
Immediately. For the tribes.
Love these guys. Really, really cool.
Well done.
Yeah, they are chasing their tails, which is kind of funny. Here's a Spirit Walker. So sick. I think they have made some changes. It looks a lot more like a Spirit Walker now. I don't know what's changed about it. I think previously it just had lower opacity or something. Oh, that looks really nice. Is this the placebo effect, or did they like change things about it? Because I feel like I feel like they look better, but maybe it's the placebo effect. Like they look better than when I first looked at them a couple weeks ago. Maybe it's placebo effect though. They did change them a little bit. They made them harder to see. Okay, okay. So I'm not going crazy. Okay, cool. Okay, that animation was a little bit buggy. Yeah, there's still some fine-tuning that they need to do.
You seek me help?
You seek me help? There's the witch doctor. Very cool. Very, very cool.
What you want?
The good old grunt. But yeah, other than like dotting the I's and crossing the T's and all that, they are getting very close to what seems to be a released product, at the very least as far as 1v1 goes. So the game, for those of you curious, it's still set to release before the end of the year. So the release date originally when they first announced this game was 31st of December 2019 or before. And they did mention at BlizzCon that the release date will still be the same. So it's, yeah, it is what it is, right? Like, pretty curious though, what like the campaign and whatnot looks right? Because I guess most people would probably buy this game, not so much for the multiplayer, but primarily the campaign. And the campaign seems to certainly be like, other than like all of the models and all that, right? The biggest undertaking. Apparently they're like, you know, overhauling a bunch of the missions and they're changing all of it as well. For those of you curious, by the way, as soon as the campaign is available, I am starting up a full playthrough of it. Just like I did with my original Warcraft 3 playthrough on YouTube. So I'm gonna probably take like 2 or 3 months completing the game. I'm gonna do like one mission every like 3, maybe 4 days. At least that's the current plan. Obviously that might change, but I'm planning on doing like probably like 2, maybe 3 videos of Warcraft 3 a week. And then like do one mission at a time and just dedicate one YouTube video to one mission. I'll try and recap the story up to the point at the beginning of every episode, so you don't necessarily have to watch every episode. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, honestly, I've played a lot of games. I've played a lot of campaigns, and I think the Warcraft 3 campaign in total, or like in general, is the best I've ever played. Story-wise, at the very least, it's top tier. I really, really, really like the story of the Warcraft 3 campaign, so... Love this guy as well, by the way. Super sick. I'm curious to see, though, what missions they are changing. So apparently they did overhaul a bunch of them. Like, for example, like the culling of Stratholme has apparently been changed quite a bit. I mean, I played that one at BlizzCon 2018. I'm really curious if they will change the first mission of the Undead from the Frozen Throne expansion. Because that mission was so hard. That was by far the hardest. By far the hardest mission, rather, of the entire Warcraft 3 storyline. Like, that one was super hard. So that's mission 1 of the Undead, of the Forsaken, of the Frozen Throne expansion. That one was a tricky one. So game number 2, we're gonna play the exact same build. We find ourselves on Echo Isles, and we're going up against a human called Burrow. Built more burrows. Ah.
Yes.
That took a while. Whew. So the ping goes pretty crazy, though. Sometimes my ping is really low, and sometimes it's pretty high. Right now, I've got a ping of 200? That's a lot of ping. Okay. So first one makes a burrow.
Ready to work.
Actually,
I can do that.
I need you to go over there. Loco, did you get a haircut? I did not get a haircut. I'm just not wearing my headphones today.
Ready to work.
For some reason, I've had like 5 people ask already today if I got a haircut. No, guys, I'm just not wearing my headphones. I do have ears, is all I'm trying to say.
Ready to work. Yes.
I'm doing an ear review right now, yeah. Okay, we gotta go and grab a barracks here really soon. Loco has ears? I know.
Ready to work.
Before you know it, I'm gonna tell you something terrible, like for example the fact that I may or may not have legs. Imagine that, dude. Streamers with legs. YouTubers with legs. That sounds awful. Okay. Peons until 18. So, that's 2 more.
We need more gold. We need more gold.
We need more gold.
We need more gold.
Did I already type G in that, Chef? I don't think so.
Ready to work. Work complete.
This guy said same. What are you trying to say, dude? Are you too good to write it out? It's the same amount of characters.
Ready to work.
Do you think he's playing the GLHF meta?
Yes. Work.
I was very lit with that burrow. But I was busy, you know, figuring out what my opponent was trying to say to me psychologically. So it's all good.
I can do that.
Let's get the Voodoo launch a little bit quicker now.
We need more gold. We need more gold.
We need more gold.
New subscriber.
Hey, Ikasu.
I guess it's time to name our second Twitch baby now, huh?
I guess so, dude. 18 months. You got pregnant that fast again?
Just for Soji.
Incredible, dude.
Have an axe to grind.
I've got an axe to grind, guys. Hold up.
Yes.
Let me grind my axe real quick. Thank you for the resub, by the way. Appreciate it.
Man.
Thank you for the support.
Work complete. Order.
Okay. So we want to go tier 2 pretty soon here, but we don't need to necessarily rush it.
None shall pass.
Okay. Got a scroll of strength this time around, which is nice.
You ask of me.
And we'll just rally our barracks straight on top of the Tauren Chieftain, which is nice. Probably a good idea.
Honor guide me.
New subscriber.
Thank you, Havoc. 27 months. Can I have like a StarCraft 2 notification while playing this? I don't know what the specifics are.
What would you ask?
Oh, I barely took any damage.
Just for Soji. Your command.
There's probably also like an optimized creep route to like go up to tier 3 perfectly. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's probably a good, like level 3 rather, really quickly. I feel like there's probably an optimized route that I'm supposed to take. How much is that? 160? Oh, okay. You can get it.
I stand ready. We need more gold. We need more gold. We need more gold. Just for Soji. We need more gold. Your order. For my ancestors. Where you want me go? What would you ask of me? Your order.
Okay, so we'll head down here. Should I start that up right now? I think this is about a good time to start that. Let's get one more first. And then we'll start this one up. And then hopefully we can finish that by the time that we attack. Which would be perfect.
I stand ready.
Obviously all of those regeneration skills and whatnot get cancelled as soon as I take damage. But I think this is fine. Yeah, look, that lined up perfectly. So I think that's probably a good moment to start up that Javelin upgrade so my Headhunters deal more damage. Because let's not lie, they are the ones that deal most of the damage here.
I stand ready.
Okay. I'm gonna try and see if we can do this camp right now. So we're pretty close already to hitting tier 3. Or level up.
For Soji. Your order. We need more gold. We need more gold.
I could let my Headhunters tank as well.
I stand
Yeah.
ready. Man,
Okay, that's a great hit.
plan.
New subscriber detected.
Freaking no. Neuro W.
Hey, thank you very much, Death Enforcer. Did you just call me a nerd? Can't believe it. How dare you tell me the truth like that?
Research complete.
Okay, there's level 2. Or level 3, rather. Level 2 on the War Stomp. Okay.
Ask of me.
Laws of attack. Nice.
Upgrade complete. Done.
And this is when we once again want to attack.
Stand ready.
Actually, I'll get the Troll Regeneration here, and we'll go tier 3 as soon as I can afford it.
You ask of me.
The only thing I still want to do is get one of those. And probably a Speed Scroll, too.
You ask of me.
Okay, let's go. Speed Scroll stream's very helpful because I could actually use that to disengage rather than teleport. It's basically just a massive scroll that helps me teleport away.
More gold.
I don't have a healing salve with me right now, which may be a mistake, but I wanted to save that money to go tier 3 here.
What would you ask of me?
Okay.
Work complete. I stand ready. Research more gold. Yes, Chieftain.
Okay, so he's getting a second hero right now.
We need more gold. We need more gold. Order. Honor guide me. I stand ready. What would you ask of me? Your command. None shall pass.
Good. get a couple of these.
Man, what do you want to do?
That's not family friendly, dude. Hey, this build, this build is pretty good. I mean, it punishes people that make a mistake, right? Which is probably the vast majority of people that like started playing recently. Did this guy go for Paladin first? Look at the Paladin, by the way. I love the Paladin. Look at his haircut. They didn't change the guy's haircut. Hey, TC, get out of there. Look at him. It's like they shaved it off. They like styled it and then they like took a saw and they just like cut it off perfectly. Yeah, it's Uther back when he was sturdy. Hey. That was fast. Alrighty. Next opponent, once again on Echo Isles. He's playing Undead.
What do you want?
Now, supposedly Undead does now have a male DK in the game as well. So up to this point, I've only seen the female DK. I'm secretly hoping my opponent decides to go for the Death Knight. That'd be cool. All right.
Ready to work. Work.
Work.
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't make another peon. Ugh.
We need more gold.
We need more gold. Yeah, this is gonna slow down everything. That's what I would like to call a pro gamer move, guys.
Ready to work.
Nope.
I can do that. Ready to work.
Yeah, the leg spikes are pretty annoying. There's like small leg spikes whenever you build anything.
Ready to work. Complete. Work.
Work.
Yes. We need more gold.
All right, so one more peon.
More gold.
There we go. So you go over here.
Ready to work.
You go over there too. Go ahead. I kind of like seeing my hotkeys over here in StarCraft. I'm hoping that they're gonna add something like that too, but probably not.
Ready to work. Work complete.
Okay, got the Tauren Chieftain coming up. Want to go ahead and make another burrow.
Be happy to.
I'm, by the way, just randomly planting down my structures. I'm sure there's better ways of doing it. I think you want one over here to like protect your peons over here, and then probably another one next to lumber so you can protect your peons over there. I think that's probably the better way of playing it, but
Work
yeah.
complete. Work complete. Yes. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Ready to work. Build more burrows.
Alrighty.
Build just for Surgeon. What?
Come over here, buddy.
Have an axe to grind. Work complete.
You can do that in your own time, okay?
Order.
Don't grind your axe on my time, please.
You ask of me.
Ooh, that was a good hit.
We're under attack. For the times.
Alright, so we have figured out how to get level 3 on this map kind of smoothly, right? So it's this camp, this camp, this camp, that camp, and then that one, and then you're level 3. Seems good.
We need more gold.
Okay, got tier 2 coming up.
Your command. I stand ready. Your command. Work complete. We need more gold. Just for Surgeon. We need more gold.
I don't think we need a self yet.
Yes, Chieftain.
We can probably get a self on the way down.
You ask of me. Your command. I stand ready.
Wow.
Honor guide me.
I was ready to do the sickest stomp of my life, and then I failed. Sad moment.
Your command. Just for Surgeon.
Okay.
I stand ready.
I need to get myself another burrow here.
Something need doing. We need more gold. Be happy to. Under attack. Command. For the times. I I stand ready. Done.
Everyone gets a little bit of a speed boost.
What would you ask of me? For my
Okay, so we go all the way down south right now because it seems more convenient.
We need more gold.
I love how the speed of the endurance aura is very noticeable though. So it's 10%, but it feels like it's a lot more than that. So we go down south first so we can get some additional ticks there on the healing.
Your command. What you want me to do?
I guess I can let some of you guys tank too.
It's
fine. I don't think it's a big deal.
What you want me to do? Yeah. Work complete. You ask of me.
There should also probably be some sort of scouting in this build. I feel like that would be the next logical addition.
Your command. I stand ready. What would you ask?
We also need to make sure that we get ourselves enough money here for the Polarity Potion.
Done. For the tribes.
Yeah, so you kind of do want to have a War Stomp available here though. Like, War Stomp over here is great.
For the tribes.
Okay, tier 2, just about to finish.
I stand
I'll start up the
for Surgery.
Regeneration Upgrade as soon as I can.
Ask of me.
Please go ahead and grab that.
I stand ready. Upgrade complete. Order.
Okay. Oh, it changed color. Amazing.
I stand ready.
Okay, so we do want to go ahead and fight again.
Order.
So hopefully that upgrade will actually help out quite a bit.
You ask.
Forgot that upgrade sadly.
Order. An excellent
And this time around I'll also bring on another one. Fresh.
for my
A fresh set of healing salves over here. Let us go ahead and get the Tauron Totem, I guess. I kind of want to get the Tauron Totem. I feel like that would be a good idea. That's a pretty easy thing to add on here, right? Like, we can definitely make some Taurons work. Very easy.
Ready.
Okay, so Troll Regeneration is done.
We need more gold. We're under attack.
Okay.
Man. Honor guide me. For the tribe.
What even killed that? Is there damage over time?
You ask of me. I stand ready.
Okay. So he's getting the Rubian Towers.
What would you ask of me? Your order. I stand.
Yeah, so Undead is a little bit difficult to attack into, right? That's the main thing here.
Done.
So I can imagine I'm not going to be able to do very much just yet.
Would you ask of me?
Okay, well, unless he goes crazy. Get him.
Your command.
Yeah, body block yourself, I agree.
Stand ready.
Wow, okay.
Command. What you want me to do? Your order. Your command.
I don't think I'm going to be able to finish him off here, but...
For my ancestors.
He can't heal himself, so it's going to make his life a little bit more complicated. We'll do some creeping over here.
Complete.
Let me get another burrow. Maybe I should have tried to, like, finish him off, but I think it's okay.
Your order. What you want me to do? We're under attack.
Wow, he's actually going to play aggressive? Guess he bought a potion.
An excellent plan.
In general, healing the DK is expensive.
What you want me to do? Inventory is full. Inventory is full. I stand ready. For the tribes.
Okay.
Yes, chieftain. Honor guide me. Done. An excellent plan. Complete. Where you want me go?
Okay.
Just for Surgeon.
Very nice.
Ready.
Let's go ahead and get the Berserking Upgrade, which is really important.
Chieftain.
And we'll also go ahead and get these guys going.
Order.
I want to sell... Wait.
Your command.
Can I not sell it? How do you sell it?
For my
there you go.
ancestors. What would you ask of me?
Let's also get that. Should I get an orb? Orb of lightning? Eh.
Your command.
I don't usually get orbs.
What you want me to do?
It's not like I was lacking damage in this army either, but...
What would you ask of me? Yes, chieftain.
Okay, so I think we want to try and see if we can go up to level 5 here. I think level 5 would be great. I also want to add in a couple of these Taurons, which I think would be nice too.
Research complete. You ask of me. We need more research complete.
How much is this? Yeah, it's very expensive. So here's, by the way, my Berserkers. And once again, they also changed color. So let's try and get level 5 so we can get level 3 War Stomp, which I think would be really good.
I stand ready.
Okay.
An excellent plan. Done. Yes, Chieftain.
I'm pretty close. I wonder if this camp is going to be enough. I'm not sure. Anyways, we'll add one of those.
Something you're doing?
And I guess, yeah, I can only really get one, which is a little unfortunate. I guess the next money will go right here towards that.
Honor guide me for the tribes.
Well, that wasn't great.
Why? Where you want me to go? Anything I stand ready. An excellent plan.
I don't really need sentry wards necessarily.
Hello.
Let me get some boots of speed,
would you
which I think
ask
would be
of
much
me?
more helpful. Okay, so level 5.
For my ancestors. We need more gold.
We've got a Tauren boy just about to walk the battlefield. I would love to add him into the mix.
I am able to help. An excellent plan.
Let's see what's going on here.
Chieftain.
Oh, I forgot a tome.
Your order.
That's not ideal.
Done. Honor guide me. Man, what you want me to do? What would you ask of me? It's time for a little grub. Where you want me go? What would you ask? Who you want me kill? Astingo. I stand ready.
Okay.
Why? What would you ask of me?
Oh, these guys don't mess around. They deal so much damage.
I stand ready.
Okay. I think in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and expand myself.
What would you ask of me?
Wow, really? You wanna fight? Come fight me, dude.
Your
I'll fight.
order.
Kinda wish I had a speed scroll now.
An
Oh well,
excellent
that's the worst
plan.
war stomp I've ever done.
For my ancestors.
Where's my Tauren boy, by the way?
Who you want me kill?
Oh, I have to put you on a second hotkey, because I can only hold so much.
Excellent plan.
Okay, great. Let's continue upgrading. I don't think I really want to go into low upkeep. I don't think that's worth.
For the tribes. I stand ready.
Any good upgrade here? Scroll of the Beast would be pretty insane. Wow.
We need more gold.
That's 400 gold? I've had that item dropped a few times. I never really used it that quickly. Should have probably done that, huh? Seems like a good idea. 400 gold. That's good value for that item. Ay. I guess we can finish off with one more peon because we can.
I stand
Oh wow. Hey, what's up?
I am able to help kill.
Oh, the nukes! Those nukes are insane. Get him, big boys. Okay. I forgot to pop my Scroll of the Beast again. So I'm assuming Scroll of the Beast will work in conjunction with that ability too. Right? So like my dudes attack like absolute mad.
I stand ready. What you want me to do?
There's a lot of damage output here. Yeah, he rage quit. He wasn't too happy about that one. Hey, this build is going pretty smoothly, guys. Can't complain. Pretty nice.